Hey guys, welcome to the video. My name's Breach, and this is the first episode of 100% Club. Now, if you're new to the Silent Hero channel or Games at Dusk here, 100% Club, and this is the inaugural episode, so you're new to the concept anyways. 100% Club is basically a book club for video games. Once a month, we're going to take a game, we're going to play through it 100%. I'm going to upload my progress, my struggles, my successes, and at the end of the series, we are going to do kind of a review session. We can do an article with it, we can do the comment section there, we can do the comment section of the video, may do a live stream to talk about it too. We can decide that as we go along. But for now, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves to this game. Obviously, this is Super Metroid, which you can tell by the title or the screen that you're looking at right now. And it's kind of an iconic game. We have Samus Returns coming out at September 15th. Shot, jump, dash, item cancel. Okay. I'm good with all of those. September 15th, we have Samus Returns coming out, and I thought it was a wonderful time to give everyone a chance to dive back into this classic. Now, Super Metroid is a game all about exploration, and right off the bat, you want to go into your controller setting mode. I know, you gotta explore the menus. But when I was a kid, I rented this game, and I had no idea the controls about it. And you'll see eventually that becomes kind of a problem, because the doors in this game you have to shoot to open, and I had no idea what button shot. I had no idea that you shoot the doors to open them. So once you get to Zeebs, I was stuck there. I had no idea what to do to progress, and yeah, that's where my rental experience ended with this as a kid, and I never came back to Super Metroid until I was in my mid-teens playing on an emulator, because I wasn't going to buy a game that I knew that I hated as a kid. It just wouldn't make sense. Now, this game is also all about the action with the exploration. It's 99.9% gameplay. You have your opening cutscene here, a short cutscene after our little tutorial, this is how you jump, this is how you shoot area, which still didn't help me as a kid, and you'll see why. And then the ending cutscene. So, it's really a gameplay-centric game. It gives you a little bit of story just so you know why you're this big yellow-red creature roaming around on a planet. And from there, it tells the story by showing and not telling. Now, I know every Let's Player and their dog has done this game. It's one of those that it's so widely popular, and it's a quick playthrough, which is why I chose it for the inaugural episode of 100% Club, alongside honoring Samus Returns coming out. It's a quick playthrough, so in a month, we should all have no problem doing it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty terrible at this game, as you're gonna see. And if a clown like me can get 100%, you can too. So it's going to be a journey for all of us. I've never done 100% on this game. I've beaten it 3 or 4 times, but I've never bothered to get all of the items in a single playthrough. That's going to change in this little session. Now, I talked over the flashbacks there, because part of them are a little bit of a spoiler for Samus Returns. If you don't know, the 3DS game is going to be a remake of Metroid 2 Return of Samus, which originally came out on the GameCube. Or not GameCube, Game Boy. Derp. So it was a game that long needed an overhaul. However, many iconic things came from it. The Spider Ball in the Prime series, the iconic shoulder pads for the Vari-suit, because they couldn't change colors to signify you got a different suit. So they gave Samus shoulder pads. And as you'll see, we're going through Cirrus Station here, and everyone's kind of dead. Okay, whew, that baby Metroid is safe. And I'm going to practice wall jumping in the corner here just to get my thumbs loose. It takes a bit to get down exactly how to wall jump. Now, this is Ridley, and there are two ways to do this. You can shoot Ridley until he drops the Metroid, at which point he picks it up and then flies away. Or you can get yourself to below 30 health by getting hit by him, and then he'll just automatically leave. Come on, there we go. Now you do get an obnoxious little warning beeping sound. But you can do this section without having to shoot. All these doors open automatically for you. So as a kid, I had no idea that I had a gun. I was used to games like Mario, where you run around and you jump on your enemies to kill them. And, you know, the idea of Samus just shooting enemies was foreign. I didn't play Metroid 1 as a kid. So this was a brand new experience that my little 8-year-old mind was just not ready for. And that's a pretty terrible escape time. Wall jumps, I do want to talk about those a bit here at the beginning, because it's something the game doesn't teach you can do until you get to a certain spot. But you can do it from the beginning. The way you do it, it's not like a Mario wall jump in Mario 64, or even like if you've played Metroid Zero Mission. What you'll do is you'll jump towards the wall and you'll push away from the wall, at which point you'll see Samus's animation change where she has her feet planted and she's looking away. That's when you can jump. So instead of instantly being able to just push the button again and jump away, there's like a quarter second to a half second delay before you can actually do a wall jump. Yep, that's the door. That was my wall as a kid. I couldn't get past that. And you'll also notice Samus... Oh, we are turning our phone off for this because someone was not prepared to be a professional today. Now, this room, real easy to do fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move to the left. Nope, too far. And 1. I was counting those little purple platforms, and there are 6 of them. And if you do that, you can fall down there really fast and with some pretty good style. And here we have elevators. Another thing that did not make sense to me at all. Well, I never saw it as a kid, so I imagine it wouldn't have made sense to me. But if you've played the original Metroid, or Zero Mission, this area should look familiar. You get the Morphing Ball, which allows Samus to change her size. And we don't have to do the Morphing Ball to get out of there. However, we will do it up here. Right here. If you explore a little bit around, there's always some goodies that you can get a little bit before you're supposed to. There's one that I'll point out that I won't be able to do here shortly. And it involves a trick called the Mock Ball. And I've never been able to pull it off. But if you can get super missiles early and skip a mini-boss, which is always good. And we're going to catch that missile with our butt, because why not? Now, this was actually... Oh, we can't quite reach it. Oh no. We'll be back here. This was actually a game that I didn't play and beat until after I had played Metroid Prime on the GameCube, and I just fell in love with that game. Granted, I didn't have very many GameCube games at the time, but I fell in love with Prime and Prime 2, gave Super Metroid another shot, and that's when I really grew to appreciate it. The controls can be a little wonky, shifting between 3 buttons instead of 2, and oh no, there wasn't anyone in this room before. And now there's not anyone in this room again. But we have space pirates. Samus isn't quite as alone as she thought on this little desolate planet. Now, Ridley that we fought earlier is the captain of the space pirates, and we'll be seeing him again too. As well as our little Metroid friend there. But here, you just want to get back. We got all that we could do. One of the criticisms that this game has from a lot of people is that there's backtracking. And I will say that, yes, there is if you don't know where you're looking for some stuff. Even if you do, sometimes, if you can't pull off some tricks, there's not a lot of backtracking. But it's a game about exploration and seeing what you can do with new abilities that you find on an alien planet. So with that in mind, I can forgive backtracking. I mean, it's not ideal to have to go back to the same area a couple times, but at the same time, it fits the tone of the game. And it's something that I'll touch more on when we get to the review part of this at the end of the series. But there's definitely room to accept the game for its strengths and its perceived flaws. Now we go down here. Now that we have a Morph Ball, we can fit through that little hole that we passed by. And we go this way. Pink doors, you need 5 missiles to destroy. They're a staple from the original Metroid on NES. And, you know, I get it. They want to make you think about your resources. But at the same time, it's just one of those, why? Now this fight I am going to focus a little bit more on. It's not really a threat at all. It's just one of those want to do well on it, because if I am super distracted, I can screw it up pretty easily. But it's our first time sign that even when the game is helping you, not everything is really going to be in your favor. You're going to have to earn what you get on this planet. And there we got a bomb to use with our Morph Ball. And they put blocks in your way here to make you learn how to use it. Now, you may be thinking, run back out, go the other way now, that's how backtracking works. Nope, test out your bomb on this wall. And we can go this way. Now, this area, I always end up getting hit by at least 2 to 3 things. There's our quota. And our first energy tank, which effectively doubled our health. You'll notice you get a pink square up there if your energy tank is full, next to your little energy meter. That runs to 0. Go back to your last save point, because you done goofed. And whenever you consume 100 health, you'll deplete an energy tank, and then it'll go kind of grayish brownish, and your energy will go back up to 99. Now, 100% for this game is 230 missiles, 50 super missiles, 50 power bombs. We want to go down. This way, please. Okay, good. You know, I've played through this section a couple times, testing out to get ready for the series, just so I didn't jump in and in the first episode look like an idiot. And I still get a little turnaround on the map, because there's a whole lot of doors, and a lot of them will lead to nothing. Just the nature of the beast. And I would really like to have... There we go. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our ability to get this missile expansion early. Typically you're supposed to have the grappling beam and or the high jump before you can get this, because you're supposed to grapple over from over there, but you can just do a simple wall jump and that'll let you get it. Oh, you got stuck, poor little bastard. I'm not going to screw with you. We got another free missile right here. And all these missile packs give you 5 missiles at a time. So with 230 missiles, there's an assload of missile packs. We got the charge beam, which is going to let us do a nice little charge shot here, which will do more damage. Or, and I didn't know about this until much later, if you go into a ball while you have a charge beam, it'll drop 5 bombs. But as you'll see, there's something hidden right there. So we will be back later. And, you, sir, are pissing me off while I'm trying to demonstrate something. There we go. Now, there's a hole there, and that can be destroyed with a super missile from right about here. You just do that, and if you go through one of those other doors, you can pull off a trick called a mock ball. Now, what the mock ball does is it lets you move at your running speed while in ball form. So your hitbox is smaller, you can get by some closing gates faster than you otherwise could have. And, oh, we are running dangerously low on energy. And, you know, motherfucker. There we go. You just gotta time it right. You can farm these guys to your heart's content for health and missiles. We're about to go fight a mini boss. Is the only reason I'm... Well, you know what? I don't need to get up to... I don't need to get up to full energy. I just need to not run into these key hunters like a scrub. And here we have the Spore Spawner. Now, if you're running low on health or missiles, you can destroy these little, you can destroy the little spores that he, for lack of a better word, spawns. And the only way you can hurt him is by pumping missiles into him whenever he does that. Moves nice and slow, and as you do more and more damage to him, he's going to start moving faster, he's going to change colors. It's a really neat effect. It kind of reminds me of the old like arcade boss games, where like Simpsons Arcade. You'd beat on the bad guys long enough, they'd start flashing red so you know that they're getting into critical health. Well, this guy gives you clear indications that he's about dead. Like now, he's moving really fast. You can see I've been doing fairly well about getting, 2 missiles in there before he closes. Typically you can only get 1 depending on how you time it. And there I just didn't hit the button again fast enough, or my input got eaten. And this is going a lot faster. Like, I had done a scrapped recording of this. And there I don't know what's going on with my button. But anyways, it took forever to the point where I just ran out of things to talk about with him. Because he's kind of boring. And if you pull off a mock ball, you skip him entirely. so you don't see him. If you're ever watching a speedrun, you will never see Spore Spawner unless it's like an all bosses or a 100% map completion category, which is pretty rare anyways. But we got him. Now, he's going to die and make a nice little platform with us from his body, which is just, you know, the message that you need. You need to stand on your enemies after you defeat them. You know what? We'll go about this the way you're supposed to. You're supposed to jump back and forth there. You can wall jump up around that. You can wall jump around a lot of things. You're going to be a problem. And nothing's popping out of you. Oh! Shit, we fell down the warp pipe. And we got super missiles. So this is where you're supposed to get super missiles first. On that note, with a mini boss down, and a couple of our gear items filled out, I am going to, after we get back out into the main room there, go up to the save room and call it an episode. So, I want you guys to play along. Let me know how your progress is going, whether you're brand new to Super Metroid or you're a veteran of the game that's been playing it forever. This series is for anybody. Anyone who wants to play along and just have a good time. That's what this is about. That's what games are about in general, is having fun. And we're going to be revisiting some of these classics. We're going to revisit some games that, you know, maybe they're a challenge. Write whatever, write in the comments section whatever games you'd also like to see in a 100% book club style fashion. And I would be more than happy to take those into consideration on the next series. So, yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, whether you're watching on YouTube or at Games at Dusk. Stay tuned for the next episode, and we will continue on our journey to eradicate the problems of Zebes, or Zebes, however you want to pronounce it. Have a good one.